John Prusak here from Goer magazine. We're going to talk about some of what's new from Skidoo for model year 2026. And a lot of it happens in the Expedition line. Now, most people probably, outside of, some areas of Quebec and parts of Canada and Alaska may not consider themselves an Expedition customer, or maybe historically. But there's a big difference in what has happened over the years with what used to be considered utility machines that are now kind of utility fun crossovers. This one here is a absolutely perfect example. This is the Expedition Xtreme for model year 26. It comes in the Rev Gen 5 chassis. So that's one big new feature. So you've got the, kind of the new look. You can get it with a good gauge. This one happens to have the smaller gauge. What's also new for 2026 is that it's got a new rear suspension. So the rear suspension that used to be on Expeditions was playful. It transferred a lot of weight, but unless you had the springs all the way turned up, it usually transferred too much weight. It was fun. Oh, was it fun? It was a heck of a wheelie machine, but it maybe wasn't real practical for a lot of riders. This thing here, this is the U motion, kind of like the T motion and the R motion. This is the U motion, and it's kind of hard to see. It's got a really long rear arm. The front arm kind of lays down a little bit different. But this thing, it still transfers a lot of weight. You can still easily pull up the ski, especially this one with the 850 engine in it. But it is really a well-oriented sled in the way it goes down the trail. You can ride this thing. I mean, I compared it today like riding a Lynx, in the sense that, you got to be a little patient in corners sometimes with it, because you got this big 20-inch track, in this case, pushing it down the trail. But, I mean, we went for a trail ride on this thing, very spirited trail ride, and, I mean, there's really not that, you're not giving up that much versus a normal sled with a 15-inch wide track. But then you get off trail and you can do all sorts of ridiculous things with it. So as you see, it's built to haul all sorts of things, to do, you want to pull a sleigh, you want to haul a huge box. This is the way they've redesigned the rear suspension. Everything is now rated to carry 135 pounds in the back. And we know they've tested it at more. But this is very much a modern snowmobile. You've got your high-low transmission. You've got a stylish look. You've got a competitive front suspension. It's a nice machine. Now, this Expedition Xtreme has the trail ski. You'll notice if you come over here to the Expedition SE, this has got the wider ski, so a little bit more flotation up front. This bad boy, it's got some accessories on it, like this front bumper is truly an accessory. But overall, with the tall window, with the grab strap, with the 2-up seat, with this huge accessory box, this thing, you want to, cross Alaska, grab this thing. You can ride in comfort all day. So again, this also has the new U-motion rear suspension. So again, some of the things on here, like these pads and stuff like that, those are accessories. But in general, this is a pretty fully accessorized sled. This one does have the 10.25 gauge that you can get the mapping. This year you can get group ride on it. All sorts of things going on here. You see somebody in one of these, don't think that they're just a person who's working out in the field. This could be as much a snowmobile enthusiast as anybody you know.